Alright boys, sorry for the shaky camera. We're doing this on my phone today. This is the Dellow conversion that I'm putting on for my Mazda or zf5 transmission. I learned a few things about this that I might go through it with y'all. So first off, the starter didn't fit. You have to trim this plate for the starter to fit. I don't know if they fixed that or changed it in the newer renditions of this plate. My plate's probably a year, maybe a little over a year old, so I've had it for a while. I'm just now getting around to this project. So you have to trim the starter. I did that with a 4-inch angle grinder and flap wheel, and it wasn't too bad. The other thing is you have to grind. These are the pins that are in the LS motor. There's one here and there's one over there. You have to grind these flat, or when you put the transmission on, it'll hit and it won't bolt up correctly. I don't know what this bolt hole's for, or this hole in the plate here's for. There's no hole back there to mount it to. Maybe a different conversion, I'm not sure. Other than that, the other holes lined up just fine. We did have problems, so a couple of these bolts are blind in the block, and the bolts they supplied are a little long. I had to trim those down on a grinder as well. It wasn't really hard, but you know, I've done stuff like this before, so I kind of expect to have to modify things. So I had to modify these two shorter, this one and this one shorter, and this one and that one shorter, if I remember correctly. And like I said, you can just do that with a 4-inch angle grinder, no big deal. This one didn't have any problems hitting, but it comes out through here. You probably won't see because it's dark, and it would have got pretty close to the oil filter. It actually didn't hit, but I just wanted to trim it back so I had a little more room for the oil filter, so when I spin it off I don't catch a finger or something. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with the conversion kit. I wish they supplied a little bit shorter bolts and they got the starter right. I don't know if they're using a different starter over there in Australia, I'm not sure, but all in all, the laser cut seems to be pretty nice quality. So a couple guys on the comments are saying that they had to trim for the bolts. I think mine's a later rendition, so they pre-trimmed it for me, or you know, changed their file. So all right, the bushing fit well, no problems there, just whacked that in real easily. So I'm excited to see how it bolts up with the transmission. So for mine, what I've done, this is a stock 5.3. The 6 liters came with they didn't do a manual in the 5.3, so you get a flywheel for a 6 liter. You get the spring clutch or whatever it's called, I can't think right now, for that as well. And then I'll use the stock Ford clutch in between it, and then this should fit the Ford zf5 or Mazda output shaft or input shaft, whatever you want to call it. So pretty easy. I hope this helps someone out.